Hi, good evening folks. In this video, if this is the goal, where does it start, right? Let's go back to the future, coming up. All right folks, I want to do a little video on some of our prospects. And what I've done here is I got a list, 21 and under, okay, who I consider our top prospects. At the moment, that could change. Somebody from the fourth round could all of a sudden just go crazy. There's no way to know. But this is what I kind of call the creme de la creme right now of what we have downstairs, waiting to come upstairs eventually and join our team. So let me get something here. I want to be sure I got this outlined properly. There we go. All right, guys, let's get into this. Now, I've got 6 forwards listed out here, and I've put them from youngest to oldest, okay? So right now, our forwards, we have Isaac Rosen, who's 5'11", 160, and it depends where you check his weight, guys. It'll either say 156 or 164 most places, so I just slapped 160 on there to be right both ways. He's currently 18 years and 8 months old. He was drafted in 2021, 14th overall. Technically, of course, with the whole Arizona thing. It was really higher, but I'm putting technically because I go by the book with things. Then Prokhor Poltapov, he's 6 foot, 176, 18 years old, 18 years and 19 months old. Drafted in 2021, drafted 33rd overall. And one of you pointed out to me, Oliver Natto, a while back, and yeah, I've been keeping my eye on this kid. He had 6 goals last year, did this, he was okay, but this year, after 9 games, I believe, he has 6 goals, 6 assists with Shawinigan, so he's really lighting it up. Oliver Natto, 6'2", 204, 18 years and 10 months old. Drafted in 2021, 97th overall. And then we come to JJ Peterka. 5'11", 192, 19 years and 10 months old, drafted in 2020, 34th overall. These are now it gets more familiar, right, for most of you. Then comes in Jack Quinn, 6 foot, 176, who I wanted in that draft, and I'll keep saying it. I couldn't believe how many Sabers fans were upset when we didn't draft this guy. I can't tell you how many Sabers channels said, "Oh my God, are they crazy?" Well, take a look now. Always draft the goal scorer, always. 6 foot, 176, 20 years old and 1 month. So 20 years and a month old. 2020 was the year he's drafted, 8th overall. And Peyton Krebs, 5'11", 180, 20 years and 9 months old, drafted in 2019, 17th overall. So that kind of rounds out the top 6 forward prospects, I think. I mean, there's other guys I could have put on there, but I had to make the list about 10 players, you know, I was trying to do. But I did this mainly for the age though, you know, so anybody that's 22 didn't cut this list. So it was important, and I'll tell you the motivation that I did for doing this video eventually, because I still have to do an American Hockey League video, I know, but I want to wait till Krebs has some games. I forget who asked me, I wrote it down. I want to wait till Krebs gets some games first, and then I'm going to do that video. Now, defenseman, Owen Power, 6'6", 214, 19 years old in 3 weeks' time. The kid's still 18 years old right now. But I put 19 years because I'm not going to put 18 years, 11 months. He's turning 19 in a few weeks. And he's a 2021 first overall pick, of course. Ryan Johnson, 6 foot, 170, 20 years and 3 months old. 2019 draft year, 31st overall. Mattias Samuelsson, 6'4", 218, 21 years and 8 months old. 2018 and 32nd overall. And I think all of us will agree Samuelsson is going to be a regular in our lineup very, very soon. Now the goalies, Devin Levi, 6 foot, 183 pounds, 19 years and 10 months old, 2020, drafted 212th overall, 7th round pick. And last comes in Eric Portillo, 6'6", 198 pounds, 21 years and 2 months old. 2019 draft year, 67th overall. Now, the reason I did this video is because I've been thinking a lot today about Rasmus Dahlin. And I get we're kind of being hard on him, a lot of us, me included. We're just fed up because, you know, you start paying somebody that kind of money and you start expecting everything to go right. And folks, realistically, you know, I'm looking just strictly at the age factor here. He's the youngest guy in the Sabers right now, this very minute. He's the youngest guy in the Sabers. And there's a lot of pressure on him to live up to this hype of being this #1 pick and everything. And I hate to say it, but he just might be a late bloomer. He might hit his prime kind of like Lidstrom did later on. I'm going to guarantee that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. By the time he's 25, he's going to be destroying the league. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Now, yes, we can make that comparison because Dahlin was hyped as this big generational defenseman. But the truth is, he probably is, just not yet. He's a defenseman. It takes time. I get it. We all want now. We want it now. Got to be a little patient. We got to cut the kid some slack. We do. He's secure. If we want this guy to stay a Saber in his prime years, we got to be forthcoming with him, but at the same time, encouraging. You know, we've got to. We've got to make him want to be a Saber long term, I believe. Because if we move him out, if we ever moved him out, which could happen the end of next year if this continues, I don't think Adams would do it, but if he did, in 3 or 4 years after that, we might be just shaking our heads like the Blackhawks when they traded away this guy named Dominic Hasek. We'll just leave that where it's at. So that's our depth, okay? This is it. And a lot of this, if you look at, is touched by Adams. A lot of this. You know, you can actually, you know, you can touch all this on Adams. This is all Adams. And I'm including Peyton Krebs because he got him. He acquired him in one of the biggest deals in our history anyway. And Owen Power. Then you got Johnson, Samuelson, no. Levi's because of him. And Portillo there. So there you go. Adams has his hands all over this list if you look at it that way. You know, we're going to have to be patient, guys, because imagine now, something I wanted to mention before closing this video. I got one more video I got to make. Current Sabres roster, okay, right now, this very minute. Our current roster right now have 9 guys that are 25 and under. Plus we have all this. And if this pans out, like I think it's going to, things can change in Buffalo very quickly. I can just look at certain picks sometimes that teams didn't see, that other teams did, and what that meant to their franchises. And I figure it's just about due. It's our turn for things like this to turn our way. So that's something I wanted to go over. Mainly the inspiration for this, guys, really, I felt a little bit about Dahlin today, thanking God. If anybody's hard on himself, you can tell it's Dahlin. So, you know, I just felt a little bad about it. I did. And I think we just got to be a little patient with him still. Give it another year and a half. And then I think he'll explode. I do. But he's got to get his defensive game together. Offensively, the points will come when that comes, though. He's got to concentrate on that first, and the points will just follow, I believe, with his offensive capabilities. The guy can skate, he can flow. He's excellent at carrying the puck around a long time. He's just good. We just need to teach him how to play defensively better. You know, it's not the end of the world. So that's it, guys. The future is bright. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video.